Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, and welcome to Scotty Ray's Morning Weather. It is Friday, April the 3rd. If this is your first time for dropping in to see what I'm doing, thanks for doing that. I'd like for you to share this on your friends list so others will know about that I'm doing the weather and keeping it street-by-street coverage when it turns bad. And, well, we'll give you a little news and stuff during the week when things are kind of calm. As we begin today, 50s last night. Not bad at all as we go over the radar this morning and show that no rain in our immediate area. We've got some showers up in Fort Smith, Arkansas, Fayetteville, up to Springfield, Missouri, and due south of the Meridian area, south of Jackson, Hattiesburg has a sprinkle or two this morning. Otherwise, it looks pretty calm there as we begin our day for mostly cloudy skies. Should reach about 78, so it'll warm up by tomorrow. Well, tonight, rather, we'll get back into the 50s again, about 55 for that low. Tomorrow and Sunday, we'll have sunshine each day into the 80s, the lower 80s there. Nice weather in store for us. As we look ahead till Monday, well, the rain starts moving back in during the daytime with a 20% chance, and by nightfall, we'll have that increased chance to 50% chance of rain. So rain is on the way next week. I'll give you a complete detailed look at 7 days coming up, brought to you by the good folks at Rick Justice Automotive and Hoopers on 22nd Avenue. Well, as we begin our day, it's great to have the weekend here, isn't it? It is, without a doubt. Let's first look at cases that we've got. Now, I wanted to point out, now this is going to be changing in just a little while. They update this usually around 10:30 every day. This takes into account of yesterday. 26 deaths so far in the state of Mississippi, 1,177 so far total cases in the state of Mississippi. Laredo still hovering at 46. We expect that to change today, though, so be ready for that. As we go to the world map of how many have this, we're hovering at over 1 million people now. Total deaths, 54,217.5 have recovered from this. So far more have recovered, but it's still bad. As we look at the map, the United States has 245,000 cases. As we zoom in at this, look at this red. Standing back, looking at it, as you can tell, it's taking in much of the south and the east coast. As you get closer into this, it just shows where all this is. You get all of this up here in New York. You've got a lot down in Miami, and look at New Orleans. This is starting to be some concern. As you look at New Orleans there, they've got 3,100 confirmed cases and 125 deaths. That's of yesterday. And if you look at this world map, and you can look this up online, you go into the Meridian area, and it too will point out exactly what we have here on the map. You can go to each city, 46 confirmed cases. It does a pretty good job of showing you exactly each red dot represents something, so you can slide across, and the further out in Texas you get, the better it is. Middle and Odessa have a few cases. As you go south of San Antonio down in here, not a whole lot going on. That's right there at the border, but also take into consideration that these areas, there's not much testing going on, so you're seeing this side of the United States that's getting more tested, and Los Angeles, California, getting a lot of action there as well. So that's sort of where we are at this. Expect that probably to update around 10:15, 10:30 this morning to have a new round of totals for the state of Mississippi. I'll post that in a little while to keep you up to date with what's going on with it. Well, as we begin news today of what's going on, we go and see what's happening. The president, his campaign, this is a pretty neat deal. We have to give kudos on this. They're going around in each state buying meals and lunches for doctors and nurses as they do their work. That's what they're doing, giving back to the United States, the campaign. So donating meals, good job on that. Thumbs up on everybody for coming up with that idea. As we go to our next story, the Laredo, Texas. I don't know if you've ever been there. This is right on the border down there by Brownsville in that area. Go to San Antonio, go due south, you'll find it. They're fining you $1,000 if you're not covering your face with some form of a homemade mask. Of course, they're asking for the store-bought ones to be given to the medical field, but make your own, and if you're not covered, $1,000. Wasn't it Chris Cagle that had that song, Laredo? I think so. Remember that from a few years ago. Well, the DNC is postponing the convention until August. It was originally scheduled for July. They have now moved it to August. We'll see how all this shapes up. The Republican National Convention was originally going to come after theirs, so we'll see what happens in the next few weeks of what stays and what doesn't. Still lots of talk about how we will vote in November. That's a long way off. A lot can change, and hopefully this will all be fixed by then. So we'll find out. New Jersey cops had to go break up a funeral. They defied the order. 70 folks showed up for a funeral, so the cops showed up and, well, sent them home. You can't be doing that. That's against their state order. And in most states, it's that way. You shouldn't have 10 or more there. 10 million, have you seen this? 10 million Americans now without jobs. As this hits, it's shutting down things left and right. Probably it is the largest number of unemployed Americans ever. Spooky, is it not? More to come as that next job report will show that more are out of work as this kind of lingers on. As New Orleans, we brought this up looking at the map just a moment ago with New Orleans. The death rate is 3 times higher than New York. As you look at this, 29% of those who get this there. Death rate's big. Of course, Mardi Gras rolled through there. And they're asking the question now, why didn't the governor stop? I don't know. They let them have Mardi Gras anyway. So the mayor and him, they're asking those questions now. We'll see what shakes up with that in the next few days. As we look at this, the captain of the USS Theodore was relieved of duty. Why? He wrote a letter, and nothing wrong with writing a letter saying, hey, my men have coronavirus, but he included a lot of others on the email where he sent this in to his officers, and he was relieved of command due to the fact that he broke protocol in the United States Navy. You can't be doing that. So they've taken care of the problem, and he is no longer captain of the boat. I don't think that he lost his job totally. He's been reassigned. It's a wonder the Navy takes things like that pretty serious. As we get back to that forecast, I said today is going to be nice. A few clouds, but overall it's going to be exactly really good weather for us. We'll be getting into the about 78 tonight, rather this afternoon in the Meridian area. As we go over and take a look at our 7-day forecast, we show that today we've got that nice weather throughout the weekend, sunshine through Sunday. Monday, we get those rain chances, and then even increasing more into Tuesday. We got a 50% on Wednesday, and by Thursday, it starts downgrading, but still rain chances as far as the eye can see for the next few days. So that's the way the weather's shaping up. Enjoy yourself today. It's not going to be bad at all. Nice out there. In the 50s as you start your morning as we get to that high of 78 later today. Again, thank you for spending part of your morning with me. Thanks a lot. Or your afternoon whenever you're watching this. Scotty Ray's Morning Weather. Like it, share it with a friend on Facebook. And you can also find me on YouTube. Scotty Ray's Morning Weather. Thanks a bunch.